Never stop learning. Life never stops teaching. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? A little sideways action, right? 9,600 and something. Everyone's a little bummed out that we're under 10,000 once again because the same old story has been told about how we're never seeing 10,000 ever again. But here we are, back under it. What does it mean for the future of Bitcoin? Is it time to go home? Forget this stuff? Well, kind of thinking about these things, and it's a question of, are you responsible enough to be in Bitcoin? You know, maybe Bitcoin's not for you. You know, maybe if you really are having trouble with the price swings and holding your private keys, and you know, you're just thinking you're gonna lose a bunch of money, you're in over your head, maybe you shouldn't have as much Bitcoin. Maybe you should get a Bitcoin education. Maybe you should try to read a book, right? Well, you know what? We're the right channel for you because we have me and my wonderful co-host, Sammy, over here on the sidelines.
Good evening, everyone.
So what do we like to do around here, Samantha?
Well, we like to talk about adoption.
And we do. We think that that is going to be the big thing that makes a difference around here. And adoption, it's about replacing bad money with sound money, right? The dollar bill. It's based on what? Right? Everyone likes to laugh and, you know, the might of America. It's not gold. So if that's, you know, what you said, then you're wrong. You should probably read a book. But, you know, they talk about these words of quantitative easing, right? Which means that they're just printing more money.
I love it. It's a really big word for literally like, oh, IOU-ness. Like we're just making more.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So we know how many Bitcoin are made, right? We know kind of how they're produced, right? Every 10 minutes, a block is produced. Right now, there's 12.5 Bitcoins. When this halving comes in the beginning of May, we're going to look at 6.25 blocks or Bitcoins per block, right? Then we can determine how many are made in a day. And we know how many halvings it's going to be until there's pretty much none coming out on the network. And then,
Yes,
you know, 50 years after that,
something.
when there will be no Bitcoin. But the last little bit of a Bitcoin never actually mined, so the blockchain can run forever. So as we see this good money, right, replace bad money, fiat cash, and you know, it's designed for the future because it's, you know, made for the internet, so it has that one up on it. It's all about you, right? It's all about you, your neighbor, each person individually, and how they go ahead and accept this change. You know, change happens. That there's nothing you can do about that. That's what life is constantly changing. The best thing you can do is kind of stretch out the good parts in the middle. So as money is changing on you from generation to generation, are you going to accept it? Are you going to use it to your advantage? Are you going to get caught up in it and swept away and go bet the house because it's volatile? Right? I mean, these are the questions that people are asking themselves is, you know, how do I interact with Bitcoin? And are you going to be capable of utilizing it to your advantage? It's kind of like alcohol, right? Some people can have a drink and have a good time. It loosens them up. It helps them relax. Some people, they have a little bit of alcohol and it becomes a problem, right? They can't control themselves.
Yes, they like either their attitude change. I mean, they can't walk, you know, all of the many things that could be of you not being able to handle it. Mm-hmm.
So maybe Bitcoin could be seen like this as well, giving someone the power of giving them back their monetary sovereignty. They might not know how to handle it.
Ooh, drunk on Bitcoin.
Drunk on Bitcoin power. So you all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can go do all these things because in the fiat dollar, you couldn't do these things. There's regulations.
Oh my God, the choices. Yes,
well, I mean, right now, if you wanted to go gamble your money, Samantha, we'd have to make a reservation. We'd have to go drive 3 hours and hop on the casino boat. We'd have to wait till it went 5 hours or 5 miles out in international water, right? Well, with Bitcoin, you just, in a moment, you can be gambling any game of your choice, as big or as little as you want.
All right. We have peoples. Okay. Brian, UK Bitcoin Master is here. He says, "Come on, Eugene, it's late."
All right, Brian.
I know. You had to pause up. And slow internet. Sometimes it says going live for quite a long time before the live part actually happens.
Oh, actually, I wanted to make sure this cup of coffee was hot. It is a little crisp out here. Once again, Florida is not making up its mind with this weather.
It's stupid.
So, yeah, I had to make sure that this was a hot cup of coffee today.
Andy Anderson is here. John from Malibu is here. He says, "I'm here in
Andy
Malibu
and
again."
John, awesome. You guys, man. This is amazing. I'm glad that you guys are out here supporting the channel once again, talking about Bitcoin, going ahead and switching out that good currency for the bad currency, right? And it is really just about how are you going to utilize it, because everybody's going to utilize it differently. Are you an older gentleman, right, who needs to utilize it quickly? Or are you, a Generation Z? And this is your first investment.
Our kid would take his sweet ass time.
I mean, everyone's starting to talk about decentralized finance, right? With Ethereum and these Lego pieces.
Oh my God,
and, ETH is going to a, $1 trillion industry, blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean, yeah, if you want to take the ideal of the traditional finance market and you're going to put it all into smart contracts, right?
I'm still baffled on the interest things and where you pay it all before the thing goes through. And it's like, what in the hell is the point?
A flash loan in one action?
Yeah, I'm not.
Liquidity.
Dude, I don't know. See, maybe I'm just missing something and that's not it is definitely not my cup of tea, because I mean, every time I hear it, I'm just like, I have to be missing a key part on why anybody would want to do this. I don't know what it is. Andy Anderson says our chickens have more value than fiat. Oh, and John from Malibu says that our chickens apparently are obviously a no coiner. I know the rooster is
that one rooster.
We have two now. We
possibly
believe.
One of our newest chickens could possibly be a rooster. He's not making noise yet.
Yeah, because he's a teenager, so
might have to do away with that old one there that don't shut up.
Man, he does not shut up though. He probably
send him to another farm.
He probably is a no coiner. I mean, he is a dick. So okay, continue.
I don't even know how to follow that one there, Sammy. But I don't know. I was kind of contemplating this ideal earlier that it's hard to look at life from not in your perspective, right? It's really easy. You're in your head, you're doing your stuff, and you're trying to figure out everything, right? But then try to stop and see what it's like from other people's situations. And, I try to put myself in like 15, 16 different people's situations and looking at Bitcoin and how it can help them. And what I realized that it's completely different for everybody. And it is this ideal that Bitcoin, do you believe that money is going to transition from this good sound money that's decentralized of Bitcoin taking over fiat cash? You're making a funny face.
No, you're okay. Good.
So if you believe this, right, then it's just a matter of how are you going to utilize it? Because some people, they barely have a couple $100 extra a week. And then other people where they're able to put in thousands of dollars a week or completely not work and use Bitcoin as a way to trade because they got skills or, program and start getting paid in Bitcoin. And you see what I'm saying? Like, it's different for everyone. So then I started thinking about the people that got into Bitcoin and then aren't into Bitcoin anymore.
The burns, yes.
So what happened? Why didn't they? Too much power, too much greed. I mean, we always like to say the same things, right? You hear the same words from everyone, and then you kind of just end up parroting them or paraphrasing them back. And are you really sure? Because you're like, lack of education. They didn't know what they were doing. They jumped in. Well, I mean, that's what everyone was telling them to do. Right?
Isn't that whatever? I mean, I don't know. We weren't very educated when I mean, the learning curve is high here. Like, I don't know. Okay?
Right? I mean, we thought we knew what we were doing when we started coming out on YouTube. And in comparison to now, what I think I know,
I'm going to say pay me to watch no. It's like hitting your head against a wall.
But then at the same time, to know that we were at least smart enough to get a hold of a cryptocurrency that went up in value quickly and switch it back to Bitcoin. And to say, oh, this is a silly game and we shouldn't keep playing, not a lot of people did that. They saw the gains and they thought that there was unlimited gains. But that's also like my other analogy. Did you stop at 2 drinks?
Or was it the bottle? I know, right? Those are 2 different kinds of thinkers too. I mean, the person that counts their alcohol in drink aspect, and the ones that literally are like, how many more are in the case or in the actual
right.
box?
How
or
much
the
more?
bottle?
I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, this market's going to 100K. That's what everyone's telling me. I don't have to get out now.
I mean, see, and that is why I do not like technical analysis. That is why I do not like to actually focus on the price or the predictions or the FOMOs or any of the stuff, because it is so multifaceted of why you could be in cryptocurrency, let alone just Bitcoin. And then what are you using it for? Or why are you using it? Or why do you want it?
Now, my next question from there would be, is once you go through one of these cycles, right, do you become anesthetized to the situation? You know, like after we did Dash or whatever, we didn't buy into the ICOs.
No.
Right? We didn't buy into the exchanges and the exchange coins. We're not buying into DeFi. You know, we're not buying into whatever the new hype is of the 6 months. We didn't buy into BitConnects. But you know what I mean? Every 6 months, there's a new flavor.
But see, then it's the same thing, like just like how like our afterman. I mean, just because you get in on a shitty aspect of it doesn't mean that you get out of it. So it's like, okay, well, we need everybody in, and we need everybody. We need everybody to at least be able to make the choice, because at this point there is so much of the population that doesn't even have any idea. Like, this is like the flat earth theory. You could walk around and I'm telling you, almost everybody would be like, oh, our money's based on gold. Gold?
So, what do we got going on in the chat? What are you guys thinking about all of this stuff?
So, John from Malibu says Sammy's cracking dick jokes. I know. And
Sammy's wearing a bright pink hoodie over there.
This thing is like, you could see me at night, not reflective. It's super awesome, Snuggie, though. No, whatever. Okay. Andy Anderson says, 2 roosters. You will lose a lot of hen feathers. No, we'll be keeping the younger one, Worf. Yeah, he's cute. And he lets you pick him up. Yeah. This one's, I mean, he's really kind of pissy a lot of the times. I don't go out into the yard if nobody else is out here, because he'll like come at me. He just looks at you sideways, and then he's got little like feet spur, man. It's not cool.
The peacocks this year is what I'm hoping for. They're over there eating together, but hopefully,
little babies.
Little baby peacocks would be nice.
Oh my god, they even have the little dingles when they're little. The little head dingles.
The head,
yeah, yes, I don't know what they're called, people. It's whatever. The head dingles. You know what a peacock looks like? Truth Monster is here. He says, "Sup, freedom fighters. It's been a great couple of months."
Monster, nice. I'm glad that you can make it out here, my friend. So yeah, I don't really have a bunch of news. Prices sideways.
Brian, the Bitcoin master, he was on Adam Meister's guest yesterday.
I did. I seen you.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
and we hit the thumbs up as soon as I seen you were there, my friend.
Yeah, everybody go watch Adam Meister's Ness.
Right. Yeah, this week in Bitcoin, I mean, I love Adam Meister, right? He's the one that got me my start out here on YouTube and everything. He was also one of the first people to have me come on their show.
Yep.
So, I mean, Adam Meister is amazing. But this week in Bitcoin is the best part about watching Adam Meister.
I love all the people. He does have a lot of people.
He knows a lot of friends. People. And that's what's the best part, is that he knows a lot of people. He brings them together.
I know. And I mean, yes. There's a lot of, I mean, that's why I like Vortex. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of like when you got friends like that and you could all just sit around and like, it's like, I will so like be the fly on the wall of those conversations. Why not? All right. We are good.
We are good. Well, like I was saying, I really didn't have a bunch of news tonight. I wanted to get out here and see what you guys were up to, find out what was going on with your thoughts about what's happening in the cryptocurrency market. I mean, I think that we'll be back up over 10 before you know it. I mean, I seen that people were getting a little bearish today about the situation. why keep fighting, right? Why keep fighting this argument of, that Bitcoin's going to go to zero, this and that? I mean, 11 years nonstop running. There's
11 years.
There's so many indicators. It is a matter of, making the commitment of belief of, is Bitcoin going to replace fiat? Is eventually the world going to wake up to the rulers or powers that be are just taking paper and printing it and using it as a form of control over their masses? And we want this digital currency, which is better designed for the future and treats all of us equally and is accountable. And no one's controlling it and printing it and inflating the supply.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I just, oh God.
It is just a matter of, how long does it take? What are you going to do? How are you going to use it to benefit you? Like we talk all the time, like our plan is always that we're loading up on extra bags. I don't splurge on a lot of the stuff that other people splurge on. I'm a miser a bit so that I can buy extra Bitcoin so that I can drop off bags on the way up to make life easier because we are somewhat young.
I mean, yeah, we're hoping in the next 30 years, 20 years, I mean, we get big bags.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely looking to try to unload some bags with this pump. I mean, I'm not giving financial advice, but there's going to be some sort of a pump, even if it is just speculation based due to this halving. It is just, are we looking at this pump going to be a preemptive spike before the halving that's going to go real high because everyone's speculating on the price of Bitcoin and you're going to want to get on load then? Or are we going to look at the supply and demand circulation taking time and it being like 6 months after before the price goes up to all new highs?
John from Malibu says, bought yesterday. I'm out of ammo, Sergeant.
You got plenty of ammo, sir. I mean, it is just an honor to be in the trenches with you, right? Because all you have to do to partake in this revolution is hold some Satoshis, right? Going ahead and trading some of your fiat cash for Bitcoin is how you say, I want to opt in on this system. I'm opting out on that system. They say that non-aggression and all of this other stuff is the best way to deal with conflict. Well, I mean, how much more non-conflict can you get than I'll just trade the fiat that you gave me for this other currency, the currency of the internet, the currency of decentralization, the currency that makes us all equal.
James Benhart says, Coinbase and Binance down during Bitcoin price drop. Coinbase has done this before. Price was determined from some small exchange during shutdown. What crap? Yep, you actually had logged in from.
Yep, I was looking at the Coinbase stuff because everybody was saying that the Coinbase was down, and I was like, well, let me see, right? And I got the same exact message as everybody else. So we see this. This is what happens. Third parties, you can't get these third parties to be able to handle the influx of traffic when the price booms and busts. That's why. I don't know. I guess if you're trading, you should have your stop losses. I mean, the answer, once again, it depends on the person and what you're doing, right? Can you handle the juice?
Can you handle the juice?
Well, I mean, are you going to be drinking and getting drunk over here and not understanding what you're doing? And then before you know it, what are all these people complaining about? Oh, I was leverage trading and my position got closed. Now I have no Bitcoin. I'm a no coiner all of a sudden. Right?
Right. MS Biddy this year. Hi, Mike.
All right. Nice. I'm glad that you could make it. You guys hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel. Share this out if you got social media that you don't mind posting this to. It helps everybody find us, makes the algorithm appreciate us a little bit more.
Appreciation.
So we've been talking, haven't we, Samantha, about Wakaan? How we're going to be working some of this. We are definitely getting an RV, it looks like.
Eugene really wants one.
Yeah.
He's done the math. He's looked at things.
Started looking at reservations for an RV. I'm still no money's going to be thrown down, but we got our Google AdSense money the other day, which came from the channel. It was about $225, which is one of the biggest Google AdSense payouts. So we appreciate you guys. That's all of the super chats and the ad money from the commercials that you guys are clicking through. I'm sorry about that, but it helps keep all of this up and running. So we got $225 there. That is a great way to be able to start kicking off the fund. There's a donational address down below. Josh has already graciously donated some Bitcoin to that, and that's fantastic. We love that so much when we can get Bitcoin, because we're going to be holding it. So hopefully as the halvening comes, because we're looking at this event as post-halvening.
Yes.
So hopefully any Bitcoin we get now will be able to hold
yeah.
through the pump and then be able to unload at just the right time in order to be able to help this event. But what we're going to do is the same thing we did last year. We're going to get out. We're going to pass out Bitcoin brochures. We're going to go to the Wakaan Music Festival in the state of Arkansas on top of Mulberry Mountain at the first week of October. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to try to turn all of these millennials and Gen Zero people onto Bitcoin on their turf, on their home ground, on top of their mountain, right?
It is very pretty out there. We only walked some of it, but there's hiking trails, like miles of them and things. So maybe this time around, second year, there's a waterfall. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff out there. It's pretty awesome.
But Bitcoin has no marketing department, and we would like a little help trying to get out there and do this grassroots movements. I'd like to think of it a little bit like a carbon offset, right? Because you can't always get away from the 9 to 5 to be able to get out there and help Bitcoin. But if you want to get out there, we'd love some company. That would be fantastic. I mean, like I said, we're going to have an RV, so we'll definitely have room for a couple of people to stay in the RV with us. We're going to be driving across the United States, so we could even pick someone up. And we're just trying to raise a little bit of funds here to be able to set up a booth, to be able to make some brochures, maybe some gas and ticket funds. We're also throwing in a ton of money of our own also to make this happen. But Zaza has reached out to us a little bit, and he is going to try to help us with some printed materials. I haven't written a letter back. Me and Samantha have been discussing that. So if you're watching this on the upload, Zaza, we appreciate your letter. I'm going to get back to you as soon as I possibly can here.
Okay, so we are at okay. Mike asks, what is the cost that you will have what is the cost that you have estimated for this? I swear I can read English. Okay, for the Wakaan trip. And then also he asks, how do you actually spell it? And then John from Malibu wants us to come to Malibu, and UK Bitcoin Brian wants us to come to the UK. Cool. I'll just swing by, guys.
I would love to get back over to the UK. I went to London once when I was 18, and it was amazing. I was in District 1 for a week, and I just went touring around and seen all the museums and the changing of the guard. I mean, that was one of the first events in my life where I got out of the small town that I was from, and I seen the world that it was bigger than everything I knew.
Led you out of because I would have never went to your hometown. There's no way I would have thrown a dart and found that place. Okay, James Benhart says, Corona-19 not funny, spreading worldwide. 1 10-day trip to the hospital and intensive care will bankrupt anybody. Ooh, can't spend Bitcoin if you're not here. And that you can't kiss me with a mask on. Yeah, you can. We can go mask to mask.
Mask to mask.
It's fine.
I don't know where we're coming out on all of this, because like I said, I am considering this part of our personal vacation as well. So our vacation fund money is going into this. But altogether, this is probably going to be somewhere around $3,000, $3,500 with brochures, flyers, RV rental.
All right, so Mike is on the festival website for Mulberry, and he says that it doesn't go past the end of June.
Yeah, the tickets are not on sale yet. As soon as tickets go on sale, I have to secure an RV ticket, or else we won't have a spot to park the RV.
The RVs went first because, yes, they have the better stuff.
And I don't want to reserve the RV because that's a $300 deposit until I get the ticket. So this is all just anticipation, but I have to have money stacked ready to be able to.
Oh, he's asking what is the name of the event. It is just Wakaan Music Festival.
Yeah, they did
from
one
the
last year.
Wakaan record label, Liquid Strangers record label, like literally. But yeah, I don't know. He said, is there not any early marketing or information about it? Well, I mean, you're on the Facebook stuff and
I
on some
actually
other
got
groups and the Twitters and I
got the postcard from him that said save the dates for 9/3 through 10/4.
Okay, so we know that, and it did say Mulberry Mountain on that one, but yeah.
But
and
yeah,
then
I'm on the
everybody else is
preemptive
just
mailing information list, so I have a little more information than I guess what you're going to go find on the website.
He found it. Yay.
All
See?
right.
Look, bam.
I also am a member of some of the Facebook groups and the Twitter, so that they like we communicate back and forth. Because I actually am
They're also freaking hilarious.
I'm trying to get in
too,
touch with
so-
a few of the people out there as well to get them to help support it, because I want to get a full booth together where we have tables and the little skirt things that go around it, and I was thinking about getting those made, and I want to make a totem, and I was trying to get them to help me like for ideals on how this is all going to happen. I'm really going all out on this because I'm only going to do one instead of the 4 that we did last year, so I really want to make it the best I possibly can. I was also trying to see about setting this up to record the whole time, and then and time elapse this whole video from the booth so that you can see the people coming and going.
Yeah, and all the little conversations. And all the little
I don't think it'll sound right, but I'd put music track over it.
Because
all right, we're going way off topic.
So far, we have yet to be able to actually interview anybody at these and be able to hear anything other than the other music. Where it's like you could have. I don't. Yes. So maybe not.
All right, what do we got going on the chat? Anything at all? Or are we going to be closing this episode down? Of course, you guys are the main part of this show. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I want to know what you guys feel about Bitcoin. Are you nervous? Because you shouldn't be. Besides that, you guys light up our life, right? You guys make all of this possible. You guys make all of this fantastic. Without you guys, we might just be sitting around hodling Bitcoin, thinking about how we're going to take over the world. But instead, we're out here trying to embrace it and turn some no-coiners into...
The some coiners, come on, man. Anybody.
I want to open some eyes, right? Show them there's a different way. You don't have to do what you're told.
At least not, really.
Anything at all over there, Samantha?
Okay, so we are at. Okay, so Mike says maybe you should contact the head of public relations for Bitcoin, or maybe the founder of Bitcoin.
Oh man,
just thought. I know, right? You're not thinking with your head, Eugene. Come on, head in the game.
I mean, just a small little bit of marketing from them, and
the world would change. Sponsorship. What? All right. Where are we at?
Well, I mean, we could always put in for Dash.
But bump. I did like their whole, it was not that bad. Like, I did get the idea of, like, submit a proposal, like, show and pony. Do you like what I got? Okay, give me money. But, whatever. All right, so, where are we at? James Benhart says, who gets to drive and who gets to party? Oh, you just do rotations. It's like Chinese fire drill. Yeah, you know what I mean? You just, real fast. It's cool. Everybody does it all.
See, that was the thing, because I was like, unless turns into a real reason, I don't know why we would actually drive it. We could actually fly out to Arkansas and then just Uber to like wherever you get rental RVs. I mean, that saves on mileage, like quite a bit, because it's over 1,000 miles between here to go from here, there, and back.
Oh, no. All right, so, but see, now we have, so we can pick up Mike and John in South California. See?
But South Carolina, yeah, we're just going to go way out the way.
California, come on, it's just the other coast. If we're talking about flying, who cares if it's 45 minutes of a flight or 4.5 hours? Come on.
Oh, you mean fly out there and get the RV and then they can all drive?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Donation address is below you guys.
And John from Malibu's brother is like the cannabis man. Come on. Like,
I'm
this
not
could
driving
all
that.
be awesome.
I'm not driving.
I guess I can cross state lines if you really want. Whatever.
Oh, wait, Eugene's 18. I can spend the rest of my life in prison. That's fine.
Why would you spend the rest of your... No!
It's only legal in some states, Sam.
You're fine.
All right. Is that going to do it for this episode, Samantha?
All right. We're good.
All right. I appreciate you guys coming out here. Hitting the thumbs up really helps out the channel. Everything you guys do is absolutely fantastic. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for being out here. Take care of each other. Be safe. Don't share your secret phrases with nobody or do anything. Keep it on a hardware wallet because you're keeping your BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.